So we'll just do a few minutes of morning meditation. This meditation really can be done at any point, but for me right now it's the morning. So I say good morning to you, and let's begin. This is a short segue into meditation, and we'll just practice it for a few minutes. It's especially good for anybody who's just needs to plug back into meditation if it's been a while, or if you're absolutely brand new. The meditation I'd like to start you out with this morning, simply bring your right hand to your left side of your upper chest. When you bring your right hand to your left upper chest, take your 4 fingers, bring them close together, and then just curl the fingers a little bit, and just lightly, or take a soft fist, how about that? And then just sort of bang on your chest a little bit. And you're doing this for 2 reasons. You're doing this to wake up and to also release any tension in the chest. When we have tension in the upper chest and the shoulders are rounded, it's really difficult to get air. When there's tension in the upper mid-back as well, it's really difficult to get air in the front. And so life itself can feel overwhelming, or we don't think as clearly, or we don't think, we struggle to access solutions to situations. Start banging. Any areas that feel really tender or sore, hang out there and on those areas. You're not beating yourself up literally. It's the opposite, but you are taking a soft fist just so you can get into finding out where your tension is. Take your left hand, same thing on the right side, upper chest. Start banging, 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 banging. Find any areas of tension, any sore spots. That's how you know. The tension is just stuck energy. And if we are stuck energetically in the with tension in the muscles of the pectorals of the chest, we'll struggle to breathe. So everything else will feel more difficult. Pummel away. And now do this. Take a breath out. Now just take your right hand back over to your left upper chest, massage it out. Massage it right out. Oh. Any sore spots? And we all have them. Hang out there a little bit longer. There's a place where you hurt or where you're sore that you actually can bring some relief to if you're not in a hurry, but just hang out a little bit longer. Massaging that area. As you release tension physically, you will start to relax in mind mentally. If you relax in mind a little more, you'll feel emotionally a little bit better. More in control, more grounded. Do the same thing. Left hand, upper right chest. Massage it out. Don't be afraid to get in there. And don't hurt yourself either. Feel an area. Let your 4 fingers, the pads of your 4 fingers, massage it out. Okay, really simple. Now just take your right hand to your left upper chest, over your left shoulder and down your left arm, like you're sweeping off. inside of your left arm as well. Right through the palm, the 4 fingers on the inside, and then sweep off the back of the hand and fingers as well. Bring your right hand to your left, the back of your left shoulder, sweep off. Left hand to the right side. Sweep off. Now do this. Just interlace your fingers at the back of your neck. Keep a nice strong hold. And just drag up with your palms. Drag right up the back of the neck with your palms. Pull your chin all the way up to the ceiling. Press your head all the way down, chin to your chest. Pull your chin all the way up. Slow, slow, slow. Press your head to the right shoulder. Left fingertips, take the left shoulder head and draw it down. Bring your head up back to center. Turn your head to the left shoulder, or just let it, drop to that side. Right hand, right fingertips, simply drawing the right shoulder down. Circles, small, slow circles with the head. One direction and then the other. Okay. Last thing we do, take in a breath. As you exhale it out, sweep off your chest, your belly. Sweep off down the tops of your legs, the soles of your feet, both legs, front, back. And then just brush your hands off like you're brushing off crumbs. And breathe out. Okay. From that place, we've cleared something off. Hopefully we've brought released a little tension, and you can be more in touch with your body. Bring your attention to your 10 fingertips touching. And look at all 10 of your fingertips touching. I'm looking at mine. I'm right with you. I'm right with you. Drop your gaze on your thumb tips touching. You're feeling your thumb tips touching. And you're not pressing them forcefully together. It's just, they're very lightly connected. And you'll feel a sensation of the two coming together. Now, if you just had the thumbs apart, or if you only just had your eyes on one thumb, the connection isn't as strong. But when you bring the two together, they partner up. And you'll feel that. You'll feel that connection from them coming together. Take in a breath. With more lung space, exhale out nice and slow. Take your time. Bring your focus to your index fingers touching. Your gaze is on your index fingers touching. Now bring the two fingers a little apart. And now bring them back together. Your gaze is on your index fingers and feeling the power of their connection. By bringing the two together, infusing your mind funneling your mind, your thought, to feel the index fingers and their connection together is an anchor for the mind. It anchors the mind to have the strength of two. It does a lot of good. It brings a settled point to the mind, or it has the potential to, the more you practice. Bring your gaze to your middle fingers touching. And with your middle fingertips touching, maybe take the last two fingers apart. So you've got thumbs touching, index fingers touching, middle fingers touching. Beam all your concentration to your middle fingers touching. You might feel a tingling or a warmth, maybe like a little pulsing, maybe heat. When you're concentrating all your mental capacity, all that internal focus of mind, beam it to the middle fingers touching. You will physically feel your middle fingers, and you might forget to think. And you keep drawing your focus into your middle fingers touching. And what you're doing is you're drawing yourself out of your mind, and you're quieting your mind. And when the breath is a little more quiet, more settled inside you, inside me, we can think clearer. And we also, when we bring in more oxygen to the body, to the lungs, we're not gasping, we're not fighting for air. We can think clearer and sounder, and even more positively. Bring your gaze now to your third fingers touching. Leave the pinky fingers apart. When the mind wanders, the third fingers will call it back. Sometimes our mind just doesn't have an anchor, a place to return to that feels safe and feels, something that's anchored in a really secure way mentally brings us ease, mentally brings us calm. Third fingers are touching. When your mind wanders off, go back to the sanctuary of, oh yeah, I can go back and focus on my third fingers. And that's why it's called a practice. You'll practice bringing your mind back to what's calm and what's peaceful to focus on. You'll practice quieting your mind. You'll practice strengthening your mind to keep attention in the present. Third fingers touching. When you do that, you're creating a new space. Literally new space, more expansive space for the mind. But first, we have to secure the mind. We have to settle the mind. And the more we do these things as a practice, we'll strengthen the mind. Pinky fingers touching. Beam all your concentration to the pinky fingers touching and feel the pinky fingers, as small as they are, your pinky fingers are touching. Physically feel them, and you won't have to think that hard to know, is there a connection? Are my pinky fingers touching? You'll know because you feel it. So this is a practice of not just quieting mind, but quieting mind and creating gaps of new space to have a new and better, a clearer thought with a resolution, making a new pathway, and bringing healing to the neural pathways as well. Overwrought and frayed by stress, tension, fear, dread, a feeling something bad's always going to happen, etc. Pinky fingers are touching. Mind has got plenty to do to just drip its focus into pinky fingers touching. Close your eyes. Feel all 10 fingers touching. Do you physically feel your 10 fingers touching, even though you're not physically looking at them? Do you feel that they are physically connected? Do you feel that they are connected, they are touching in a way that helps your mind to know, yep, my fingertips are all together? How do you know? You don't know because you think it. You know because you feel it. When we quiet the mind, we settle the mind, we put each other we put ourselves, I'm putting you, I'm putting me, into a place of being really present in the now moment. And today, just for today, with more presence, with more peace of mind, what can be possible? What can you do? Where do you want to be? And don't just factor in, I've got to do all these things. Factor in the thought and the permission to ask yourself, where do I want to be? What would I like to do today that would bring me peace, that would make me feel better, that would uplift me? Because there's a deeper part of you that knows what that is, that knows what you need. 10 fingers are touching. Open your eyes nice and slow. Keep your gaze soft. Take a breath in. Nice and easy, empty it out. Drop your tailbone, drop your seat further down into whatever you're sitting on, maybe laying on. Keep dropping your attention down, 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 into your tailbone, into your legs, into your feet. Last thing I'd like you to do is bring your hand to your belly, your right palm to your belly button. And then take your index finger, press it into your belly button. Might feel a little weird. Just gently press in and pull up a little bit. Take your first 2 fingers of your left hand, bring it to your middle of your forehead. Press in, pull up a little bit. Take a slow breath in. Move it all out. Press in on both, belly button, forehead, center. Pull up a little bit. Take another breath in. Clear it all. One more. Take in a breath nice and easy. Not overfilling. Hold it. Very slowly release the breath. Brush off your hands. Bring your hands to your heart. Chin to your chest. Exhale out a sigh of relief and release. Today is a new day. Namaste.